Welcome back to Morning Live. Yes, the not Kenya Premier League, the English Premier League has been going on and it's on a home stretch. And as you know very well, it's just a battle between two teams, Liverpool and Manchester City. And if Manchester City win the next two games, that's it. If Liverpool wins the next two games, nothing. So I'm joined by two Liverpool fans in studio. That's Gregory Mulemi and of course Stephen Ayo, who will now be taking us through this conversation of top four finish and of course who will clinch the English Premier League title. Trust me, this has been one of the kind going up to the wire. Gentlemen, good morning.
Morning to you.
Wow, I'm so sorry about the weekend, man. You guys are winning well, but City keeps on giving you a heart attack. Maybe Gregory, I'll start with you. Objectivity, of course, you have to observe objectivity. Yes. I'm a Man U fan, you're a Liverpool fan, you are too a Liverpool fan, but still, emotions have to be applied here. What do you think about the season?
It's something we've not seen ever. It's never happened before.
Sure.
In that you're at 91 points, still you're not sure of winning the league. Man. It's something that even if you told someone a couple of seasons ago, nobody would have expected this to be that good run. And when Pep Guardiola said that Liverpool made Manchester City better, I can agree with that because we've given them that race toe-to-toe. Sure. And anything that happens now, as a Liverpool fan, I'm proud of it. Yeah.
Okay. Yes, are you?
Yeah, it's tough.
It's tough, man.
I can't believe it. Okay. Actually, I can't believe this is happening because
no, you guys have been so silent.
You see, it's not that we're enjoying every moment because we are not losing.
Which moment?
We are not losing.
Remember Arsenal did it when they won the title, the Invincibles, went the whole season without losing a game, but they never reached 91 points and they still won the league. So I think, like Greg says, man, even if you don't win the league this season, obviously with Man City winning, they win the next two matches, they're champions. I think we should really be proud of what we've done this season.
Now I like the way conversations change. Some 3 weeks, 4 weeks, a month ago, you guys were upbeat about.
But we still are. There are 2 games to go. Anything can happen. Man City have to play Leicester. You saw what happened to Arsenal yesterday.
That was a very good Leicester side that has lost only once in the last 12. Under Brendan Rodgers, who happens to be the Liverpool, who was the Liverpool coach. The last time Liverpool ever came close to winning the title.
Okay,
on Saturday, Liverpool play Newcastle side coached by Rafa Benitez, who almost won the league title with Liverpool when Manchester United took over. So I still somehow there's an element.
And remember also Huddersfield, who Man City played the final game.
It's Brighton.
It's Brighton.
It's Brighton. Who are also
Brighton are not an easy team. Like you just can't go and roll them flat every time. And they also need points. So I think we probably are going down to the wire.
I like
the original trophy will be at Anfield and the replica will be at Brighton. So it shows you that it's something that we can see. We can still have the pendulum swing.
Okay. Until those are Liverpool fans actually. Anyway, this is hilarious. Now, kuna shida pale. You've mentioned Leicester City. They're playing Manchester City. And that's a very tough game.
It is.
Manchester City.
It is.
But there's a way Manchester City just knows how to win games.
Versus Burnley, they scored a ghost goal also.
Okay, it's a goal. It was over the line.
It reminds me of Luis Garcia in 2005
versus Chelsea.
They're
still beaten too.
They're still beat up to now. But I watched the game. Burnley were very good, very tight. It wasn't a very convincing performance from Manchester City.
Sure.
And it might give the next two teams hope when they play them. But you never know. City are at a side that can play with 4 formations. Even switching within 10 minutes, they played 4 formations.
Yes, true that.
And yesterday, on Sunday when they played, you could see Sane wasn't really in the game. They brought in Jesus, who also did what? Made an impact and they got the goal.
You know, the good thing with the teams like Manchester City or the mark of champions, is sometimes, when you don't play so well, you still get over the line, you still get the 3 points. And I think that is something that has happened with them. We've seen, I think, before Burnley, they were scoring just maybe 2 first-half goals, and that's pretty much it. But so far, 1-0 win over Burnley. Obviously, it was always going to be a very tough match. Burnley are a very, very, very tough team to play, especially, after they pretty much beat the relegation troubles that they had early in the season. Sean Dyche, I think he's doing a wonderful job in there.
And you see, after scoring the goal, they brought in John Stones. They brought in Americ Laporte was there. Our company was there. And then
shoring up the defense.
Then they brought in Otamendi. So they played with six defenders in the last 10 minutes of the game. So it shows you that that
they knew what was going to come.
They were not taking chances.
Okay. Now look at their offensive game. There's a mindset about teams that when they play Manchester City, they really need to like pump in lots of defenders behind. They're so defensive. Is it a scare? You know, Leroy Sané, you have Sterling also doing so well. Is it a scare to these guys? Because now, like yesterday, we saw Burnley, actually over the weekend, we saw Burnley doing wonders. Because now, in terms of just putting everyone behind, even the strikers, the likes of Wood came behind. Like, what's really happening? Is it the mindset City has put on these teams?
The formation, I think it's the formation that Manchester City play, 4-3-3, Liverpool as well. It's a very attacking formation. Basically, the 4-3-3 also means you're giving your wing-backs, you know, the opportunity to attack. So at some point in time when you have possession, you find even 6 to 7 players just, you know, in your own half, you know, trying to get that goal.
So scary.
Yeah, so scary. So as a Burnley team, which pretty much their best is defending, really, they always have these big guys, just like the stock of old. They have these big guys, you know, they just head everything out, and when they win a free kick or any set piece, then, you know, they're just bombarding it into you. So for Manchester City, basically, I think it's just the attacking formation that they have, you know. At some point in time, you have the likes of Jesus in there, you have Gundogan, depending on basically how the game is ongoing. So I think that's something that is working well for them. The fact that they're so good, you know, you look at the bench, you have the likes of Mahrez. Any player you see on the Manchester City bench can come in and change the game in their favor. So I think that's their biggest strength, which the likes of Burnley pretty much are finding hard to deal with.
Liverpool now, we've seen a tremendous ascendance as far as the performance is concerned, and right now they also need to win their games. Look at something sensitive, the goal difference. Goodness. There's an aspect of catching up with Manchester City because it's, I think, only four goals.
It's 4 goals.
That's big, because when they scored 5, there was hope now. So look at this. City only needs to win all their games. For example, the next match, who's Liverpool actually playing?
Newcastle.
They pump in 5.
If they pump in 5, it means they'll also go a point clear of Manchester City, who play on Monday. But you look at the elasticity in the Liverpool squad. Right now, the front three, the Sadio Mane, Firmino is injured. Then Keita comes in as a decoy. He's also scoring goals. Salah has scored his 21st goal of the season. He's now the top scorer in the league. You find that right now they have a belief that they can play together. And that's what's really helping them. They didn't have that elasticity when the season began. They reached a point where Salah was too selfish, Mane was too selfish, Firmino was off form. So goals coming by was really hard, and you could see it really affected them between January and February. That's where Liverpool dropped the 8-point gap, and then City caught up with them. And that's when they realized that if we spread this thing, we're gonna hit heights, and they've really done well.
Something else, Greg, before I come to you, Steph. For example, now goal difference the same, and then now the season is over, same goal difference. Actually, they're equal on the goals, equal on points. What will happen?
Now it comes to head-to-head. And if you look at the head-to-head, Manchester City will win because they drew at Anfield and then beat Liverpool.
I told you guys, it's tricky.
But the chances of that happening is really limited. I have a feeling by the time we are playing the final game of the season, we would have known whether it's Manchester City or Liverpool winning it. So I don't think we'll get it into the nitty-gritties of you know, the head-to-head. If it was in Spain, then it's different. They don't look at the goal difference. They just look at the head-to-head. When you're tied on points.
Interesting. So let's talk about the quest for top 4. Arsenal, Chelsea, Manchester City, of course, Spurs. For God, what's wrong with Arsenal, man?
I think
like they had all that chance.
What's wrong with everyone?
Okay.
I won't say everyone. Chelsea are really trying, but Arsenal, I think there's a confidence crisis in that team.
What's happening? Like,
they look like a beatable side, a very local side. because you look at how they play, you're like, these guys can't string even 5 complete passes and make a move that...
First half, one shot on target.
One shot on target.
Yeah.
And then they concede very, very weird goals. I don't want to call them silly because they're weird.
Yeah.
You look at how they conceded versus Leicester. The second goal, Jamie Vardy scored. It ricocheted the post.
Yeah.
The upright. No one is
the one that
and then no one is coming in to try close him down.
Yeah.
Then he heads it home. Look at the second goal. In Kiswahili nasema ulichengwa paka ndani ya box. And
I saw that.
There's no effort. There's no effort.
You should see a video compilation of
like those guys carrying
Mustafi
bags
has done this season. It's crazy. It's crazy. And remember, this is a player who, when he came to the Premier League, guys were saying that he's a bargain, that he's going to prove better than Virgil van Dijk. I don't know. Everyone right now who said that is it's a humble pie right now for them. Yeah,
it's true.
But basically talking about Arsenal, it's a problem. I think no one wants to have the top 4. Sevilla recently tweeted that dear Premier League, none of these
I saw that. That was hilarious.
Yeah, because Chelsea are like, no, I don't want it. Tottenham also. There's a time Tottenham were pretty much in the title race right now.
They were point adrift of Liverpool.
Yeah.
Wow.
With the game in hand.
Okay.
And they didn't really make use of that game in hand. Instead, it was now a diminuendo. They were all going down. Yeah.
Okay. Very interesting. Chelsea, I think this season they've been pathetic.
They're always
pathetic. Yeah, they have been pathetic. What is wrong with Chelsea?
Chelsea,
is it sorry?
When Hazard is not playing well, or when he's not scoring for fun, then Chelsea are not a team. I think that club is just weird, not silly. The club is just weird.
Chelsea fans,
you look at that squad, man, and you wonder what are they up to.
Yeah,
I think also like, it's an aging squad.
There's no strength. Like it's pretty much just like Manchester United. You ask yourself,
it's true,
where is their strength? Are they good in attack? Are they good in midfield? Are they good in defense? Is their bench any good? You're like, no,
there's no
none
depth,
of all that.
Nothing,
there's just nothing.
But look at how Manu played over the weekend against Chelsea. We saw some improved Manchester United, and I my own opinion, under Herrera, when this guy is around, goodness, things just flow. And Omusha Mbulizi himself, Mr. Lukaku.
Did you see that?
I just love the way he shoved up as from the ball.
There's an SOS on social media. But Lukaku has chipped. Guys, Lukaku has chipped.
That was a brilliant.
But then I really question Ole Gunnar Solskjaer sometimes on his fielding, because you have good players in Joan Mata. You have a good player in Ander Herrera. You don't play them in the derby, you come play them versus Chelsea. Where are the priorities? And then you blame the keeper for conceding that goal. That thing can happen to anyone, because
but
if you allow...
You have to concede that De Gea is suffering. Right now.
How?
In terms of his form. Because I think the last a couple of games he's made 3 errors leading to goals. I think that's the most... if you consider like the previous 126 matches, I was just reading it on Opta. The previous 126 matches, he's made more errors leading to goals than those ones in the last 5 games.
But there's an option.
But then,
Ole should have another option.
Look here, you are
Romero.
You're playing, and as a goalkeeper, you're supposed to take most of the time the lose balls. You guys allow Rudiger, of all the people, to shoot from outside 18.
18? And you actually just spill that ball?
Yes.
How on earth? De Gea of all the goalkeepers.
But then the first shield of defense should have been under Herrera and whoever, Pogba. You don't allow such.
But then again, really, you look at Rudiger approaching the ball. He's a defender, Rudiger. Yes. He's approaching the ball.
How did he even reach
you
there?
You don't expect him to...
Yeah, there's a mindset of...
there's normally a mindset. Just like it happened with... Wanyama last season, was it last season?
Yeah,
when Emre Can was just the ball was loose. Emre Can was like, okay, it's Wanyama approaching it, and you saw what happened. So I think it's also the mindset. The moment you see a player going to attack the ball, just try to close him down.
Close him down.
Yeah, so it's also the reputation of players.
Yeah, that's true.
If I were to see Gregory in like Sunday League football,
I know this guy
trying to score with his leg, I know he'll score, but if it's a tap in, he'll miss. So just pretty much
interesting. Defamation, bro. Anyway, we're winding this up, but of course we can't forget our own league right here in the country. FC Leopards, what's happening? Like, this guy started from nowhere. Look at them right now.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
I think after The current coach, Andrew Mbungo, has lost only one match since taking reins. And it shows you there's a new sense of belief in the side.
Yeah, sure.
Credit also to Captain Fantastic, who's now the assistant coach of the team, Anthony Kimani.
Yeah, sure.
He's brought in some discipline in the defense. Though there are some mishaps in the team.
Yeah.
But then you look at the performances between mid-March and April.
Yeah.
It's fantastic. Despite losing 6 points off winning position.
And beating Bandari was big.
Yeah, you know, but if you look at that match, it showed you that Leopards I used to watch in 2011.
Okay.
So that element was still
you're a
coming
boardroom
up.
fan. We know you.
Paul Were, 3 assists in 3 starts for Leopards shows you that he's ready to go to Egypt.
Okay.
Waivo Isuza scored in 7 of his
4 consecutive matches.
Yeah, 4 consecutive matches. He scored 7 league goals in the last 1.5 months. So it shows you that this guy has found maybe that mojo that was missing, and Leopards moving up to 10th from bottom of the table is something amazing. It's miraculous.
Or maybe do you think players are upping their socks because of the AFCON? No,
yeah, definitely.
As you wind up,
you saw the numbers. You saw the numbers. Everyone will find himself boarding that plane. Already has 700,000 shillings in their pocket.
It's true that.
We win it, I think it was like 2 million per player or something. You know, they had a lot of money to split. So it's only natural that everyone else will just want to put in the effort, put in the extra yard and the hard yards in. So it's not surprising. But I think Yvonne Isuza has been doing it really the last 2-3 seasons.
He's the top scorer for Leopards.
Is it?
Right now, from 2009 up to now, he scored 22 goals. So that's a club record because no one has ever achieved that. The last person to do that was Alan Wanga with 19.
All right. Thank you so much, gentlemen. I wish you all the best as far as Liverpool is concerned. Guys, not easy. As I told you earlier, I think 2 months ago, it will be very hard. And I don't know who will stop City. Who will stop City?
Liverpool.
No. It's over. The current two more opponents.
Leicester
City. Yes. A draw, that's it.
One game at a time.
A draw.
Okay, let's hope. I think I have a softer spot for Liverpool. I don't know why, but still, City, man, they're money bags. They've been terrorizing everyone, left, right, and center. That's all I had for you right here on Morning Live. My name is Nick Mudimba. Have yourself a brilliant morning.